Sal from To the Bigs here, your source for everything Major League Baseball prospects, coverage, and rankings. Check us out on tothebigs.com. Subscribe to our newsletter on the site for exclusive content all season long. Subscribe on our YouTube channel below and keep updated with us throughout the entire season. I'm going to give you 6 bold top prospect predictions for the MILB season. These are prospects that are most likely to spend a majority of the season, if not all, in the minor leagues. Let's get right to it. Number 1, Lazaro Montes, Seattle Mariners outfielder, will struggle in Double-A to a 35% K rate and fall out of the Mariners' top 10. This guy had a monster spring, hit 2 homers in the Major League Club spring. One of them you could see here, but he saw some growing pains growing from single A to high A, where he increased his K rates, dropped his contact rates, and dropped his slugging, so the power took a hit as well. I think he'll have the same growing pains going from high A to double A at some point this year, and I think that he may fall out of that top 5 in a very stacked top 3 farm system in baseball, where you have Cole Young, Michael Arroyo, Celestin, maybe even Taj Pete, Colt Emerson, a lot of different prospects that can jump the reins. Next up, young star potential outfielder Robert Collins of the Colorado Rockies will hit 35 homers and lead all of minor league baseball. This kid had a .633 slugging in rookie and A-ball last year, 12 homers in 62 games. He's going to strike out a ton. We know this, but the power is there. He had a 60 grade power tool from MLB.com and Fangraphs, and I think that he will show those off in low A, probably for most of the year, maybe a late A+ promotion towards the end. If there was a home run leaders futures bet for minor league baseball, I'd tell you to call the hotline, but then I would tell you, if you were interested, to take Collins. Number 3, Michael Arroyo, also of the Seattle Mariners, will go for a .950 OPS in a full season at Double-A at less than 20 years old. Search Michael Arroyo's name at tothebigs.com. You'll see a dozen articles written up over the past year and a half. I've loved him. He's one of my favorite prospects, and he continues to shine at a young age. This guy had a .900 OPS in high A at 19. At 20, let's go for .950 in Double-A, and he'll jump to a top 10 prospect in all of Major League Baseball. Number 4, Bryce Eldridge, first baseman outfielder for the San Francisco Giants. He's going to strike out 180 plus times next year. Now, he's almost MLB ready, but I don't think the bat is there. He strikes out a lot already. 116 games last year, he struck out 132 times. This was across every single minor league level. He played from A all the way up to Triple-A. Now, the Giants will probably try and push him to the pros at some point this year, but if you add another 40 games total between Triple-A and MLB this year to get to 150, 160 games, and 120 more plate appearances than he had last year, that 180 number is not that far-fetched. The Giants are in dire need of some power at the pro level. They'll try and push him. I don't think he's ready. Number 5, Josue De Paulo will go for 25 homers and 50 stolen bases. Last night, I got on my knees and prayed by my bedside for this man to stay healthy. If he does, 25-50 is nothing. He had about 30 stolen bases last year in 100 some odd games. I think he had like 12 to 15 homers, 25 homers, 50 SBs is nothing. This kid is a monster. He's fast. He's got a great bat, so he's going to get on base enough to steal, and he'll show off that power if he has that full year. It's why he's my number 2 international prospect in baseball, has a shot at that number 1 overall spot going into 2026. Last but not least, I said Arroyo is one of my favorite prospects. This is my favorite prospect. Jason Churio will rack up 170 hits and win the MILB Player of the Year that Christian Campbell won last year. Will the power develop? I'm not sure. I think he'll see an increase in his slugging percentage, but I'm not too worried. He racked up 90 hits in 98 games last year and had a 400 plus OBP across several seasons and several levels, literally like it's his job. I know it is, but he gets on base like it's his job. He'll likely spend a majority of his time in high A with a late season promotion to Double-A. His speed and 50% ground ball rate will likely add 15 to 20 infield hits that others might not have. I will, like I said, see the bump in slugging percentage as well. That will bring him to that MILB Player of the Year category. And if I'm going to give him that honor, I'll have to back it up. I'm going to give you a full stat line. Let's go 292, 421, 470 slash, 18 homers, 98 RBI, 70 stolen bases casually, and a 180 WRC plus. To put that in perspective, Campbell had a 180 WRC plus as well. These are my 6 bold prospect predictions going into 2026. Follow us and subscribe to our newsletter on the site so that you get email updates every single week for all of the prospect performances throughout the season.